in a subdivision. I live in Cedar Cove, which is a development. Anybody live in Cedar Cove? I have a neighbor who I think goes to Charles County Community College. And I tell people that that's one of the reasons that I know karma is real, because I used to talk about people who lived in developments. And I didn't talk about them nicely. And so the universe put me in a development to prove something or other, which I thought I already knew. One of the things I noticed in our development is that the trees seem to be expendable. And I've lived in California for 5 years, and in California you don't go around touching trees unless you have a very good reason. And in Cedar Cove they just bulldoze the trees down to build a house, and then they put a little one close by. You know, there seems to be very little reverence for life. I think there is a thing which bothers me about people not having reverence for life that doesn't look like themselves. And I think that's a great mistake. Anyway, one day I was at home because I wasn't feeling well. When I'm not feeling well, my mind really gets quirky. It sort of goes into like overdrive or underdrive or something. And I was looking out the window, and they were building a house next to me, and they were bulldozing down the tree. And the tree suddenly took on the appearance of a warrior chief, because the branches were like falling back as the tree was going down, and the guy was in it like doing this macho thing. I know it was macho. It was like, and his buddies were like saying, yeah, get it, whoa, yeah. And it was like, you know, and I thought, wait a minute, I'm on the Trail of Tears, you know. And the tree was being valiant, so I wanted to write about it. Something you want to know is that Pahuska is the Lakota name for Custer. You know Custer? Custer had a very bad day many years ago. The things did not go his way. And Pahuska means long hair. And the Lakota people called Custer Pahuska. It's always, as an aside, it's always interesting to me that Pahuska and Custer and Crazy Horse had the same nickname as children. They were both called Curly as children. And another thing to know is that there was a photograph, a very famous photograph, one of the places it appears in a book called Touch the Earth, of an old warrior who was frozen on the Trail of Tears. And he's lying in the snow, and he has his arm up. So this is called The Killing of the Trees. The third went down with a sound almost like flaking. A soft swish as the left leaves fluttered themselves and died. 3 of them, 4, then 5, stiffening in the snow, as if this hill were wounded knee, as if the slim feathered branches were bonnets of war, as if the pale man seated high in the bulldozer nest, his blonde mustache ice-matted, was Pahuska come again, but stronger now, his long hair wild and unrelenting. Remember the photograph? The old warrior, his stiffened arm raised as if in blessing, his frozen eyes open, his dark skin browned and not so much sprinkled as circled with age, and the snow everywhere still falling, covering his one good leg. Remember, his name was Spotted Tail or Hump or Red Cloud or Geronimo or none of these or all of these. He was a chief. He was a tree falling the way a chief falls, straight, eyes open, arms reaching for his mother ground. So I have come to live among the men who kill the trees, a subdivision new in southern Maryland. I have brought my witness eye with me and my 2 wild hands. The left one, sister to the fists, pushing the bulldozer against the old oak. The angry right, brown and hard and spotted as bark. We come in peace. But this morning, ponies circle what is left of life, and whales and continents and children and ozone and trees huddle in a camp weeping outside my window. And I can see it all with that one good I.